Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to HemingwayLand.com, your source for quality, affordable land. This is our preview, our weekly preview. We do these once a week, people, of all the properties going live on the website for tomorrow, Friday, June 18th, 2021. Before I get to that, do want to start off with an update about that Socorro bulk acquisition. It's completed. It's been finalized. It is in our rear view. As of this past week, we are now owning 84 lots out in Rio Grande State. So we have purchased from the county out there. Those lots will begin to debut aggressively next week. I'm going to have 2 of them up on the website tonight, but aggressively next week and the week after, we're going to try to roll those out. It's 84 lots, but it shakes out to about 60 properties when you bunch up the adjacents. So if people, you have been looking at Rio Grande Estates and you have yet to find the perfect property, stay tuned. We may have it. Anyway, I bring this up. The point of this, I bring this up because the county attorney, so pleased, so tickled, so delighted with our company, or more accurately, our transaction coordinator, that he volunteered. Hey, I also am the county attorney of this other county, and they too have a bunch of lots they wouldn't mind selling to you. And so he sent us a giant spreadsheet with all the properties, and I won't say what county it is. I only had time to give it kind of a cursory glance. My weekend will be spent reviewing it. Nonetheless, I'm game. I'm game for however many properties, a 500 property bulk acquisition in this county. That being said, I do have some misgivings because, as you can imagine, the county is a little more strict with zoning than Socorro is, so not as ideal for a lot of what our buyers like to do. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll be reviewing subdivisions. Anyway, that's topic number 1. Topic number 2, guys, in case you missed it, we announced the winners of the caption contest this past Monday. Michael and Natalie, both of whom I mailed cashier's checks to on Tuesday via U.S. Priority Mail. 2 days. 2 days. 2-day mail used to, as recently as a year ago, actually arrive within 2 days. It's not so much the case anymore. Now it's like, it gets there when it gets there. Whatever the case, it's currently Thursday when I'm doing this video, so hopefully at least one of those people has received their cashier's check by now. Anyway, we will be doing more things like that in the future. I know you guys really like that. I appreciate you guys participating, so in the future, again, we will do more of those. Stay tuned. All right, with all that said, guys, do want to thank all the people who bought land from us this past week in Socorro County. Our list of buyers includes Gavin, Natalie, Liam, and returning customer Brandon. Thank you to all of them. And out in Nye County, Nevada, Pahrump, Suleiman, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Suleiman, purchased one of our lots out there. So thank you to all of them. Going live on the website this weekend, guys, we're back in Chavez County down here with the property that I wanted to go live last week, CVNM-3947, 5 acres for $30,000. It's a partially fenced lot with power at the property line, and it is in the heart of Roswell. And by the heart, I mean the southern outskirts. Whatever the case, not too far from the heart of Roswell. It's still within Roswell. It's about 6 miles south of, I don't know, that main intersection, we'll say. Before I get to the property specifically, I want to point out there's actually a lot to do in the southeastern portion of the state. You don't really realize it until you start to research these properties, but within very close proximity of this property and the one we listed last week, Bitter Lake National Wildlife Refuge, Bottomless Lake State Park, right over here, roughly about 5 minutes northeast of the property. Down in Carlsbad, about an hour south, you've got the Carlsbad Caverns, and roughly about an hour west in Ruidoso, you've got the Ruidoso Downs Casino and Raceway out there. And in Cloudcroft, you've got Ski Apache. So a lot going on in this region. Anyway, just want to plug that. Point being, the property sits right in Roswell, right outside of Roswell, however you prefer to look at it. So Roswell's a town of 47,000 people. And aside from the UFO Museum, you're going to have easy access to all the big box stores, any major fast food restaurant within 10 miles of this property. There's a Sam's, there's a Walmart, a Target, a Lowe's, a Home Depot, so on and so forth. So pretty happening small town down there in southeastern New Mexico. Anyway, subject property located right here, guys, along Concord Road. And if we go to satellite view that you can see, this is a pretty built up little area out here. There's a number of people living in this region. There are, per the zoning, and let me just go to the map here. So per the zoning, what you can see out here is that single family residences are, of course, acceptable. Tiny homes, trailers, modular homes, so on and so forth, that's all acceptable. Additionally, there are different conditional use permits you can get to do sort of agribusinesses in this region. So the property can actually be used for something like, mechanics shop, things like that, auto body repair, veterinarian clinic, so on and so forth. Anyway, if we go to the drone overlay, it'll give you a better sense of exactly what you'd be purchasing. It is this 5 acres right here. Fencing, take note, guys, fencing along the northern boundary of the property as well as the western portion of the property. Road frontage all the way here along the east. That's Concord Road. I would like to tell you it's paved. It's not exactly paved so much as it is just a dirt gravel road that's fairly well maintained, so any car can get up and down it. No fencing here along the southern portion of the lot, but it shouldn't be too hard for a surveyor to come out there and just kind of stake that out for you so you could put up a fence. Livestock, of course, is acceptable on this lot, so if you've got horses and moo cows, they can roam within the fenced area. Or if you don't have horses and moo cows, but your neighbors do, they can't get into your land. Anyway, fences are recommended. Point being, guys, if we go through the photo gallery here, you'll get a better sense of the exact footprint of the property. I will tell you, of course, that we've got the normal photos, the normal drone video from out here, so you can scrutinize this in greater detail. Not part of a formally platted subdivision, so there are no recorded covenants and restrictions. Additionally, no HOA, no annual dues. By the way, in this shot, you can get a better sense of the power that's down here at the property boundary. So on and so forth. I will confess, guys, that this property, and I'm showing you this photo just because of the light change, this property sits about a mile east. Let me show you. About a mile east of the Roswell International Air Center. And you would think that the Roswell International Air Center would create some amount of noise, some amount of noise pollution, some kind of deafening air traffic sounds. But our photographer, who is out there on multiple days, hence the light change, see, multiple days, reported no sound of planes. I find that a little hard to believe. If you are going to purchase the property, we encourage you to go out there, take a look at it, inspect for a while. Make sure you're not hearing airplanes, but they do exist none too far away. Anyway, but it's a property in a pretty good area. One of these spacious lots. You know, the thing that you see out here in the southeastern portion of the state is that they didn't do what a lot of subdivisions, what a lot of subs did up in the northern part of the state, which is that they sort of planned for two things. Number one, population growth, number one. And number two, hey, we're in a desert. We might run out of water at some point. So maybe we shouldn't take 10,000 acres and create 50,000 home sites on it. Maybe we should more, you know, judiciously subdivide the land. So it's like 5 acres, 10 acres, so on and so forth. So anyway, point being, and the point of all that, by the way, is that while there are not city water or city sewers out here, there are companies that come out here and will service the land and bring water we'll bring water to the property. We'll bring water services to the land as well as sewer services, etc. Anyway, guys, with all that said, I will have a video where I expand in even greater detail than all this on the property tonight. Check that out at your leisure. Also going live this week, guys, in Luna County, we've got another 1 acre lot out here in Deming Ranchettes. This one priced at $900. The major part of this one is that, of course, you've got power at the lot line and it's a corner lot. This, of course, you know, if we pull this up on the map, it sits about 10 miles south of Deming proper. Of course, Deming Ranchettes I've spoken about in countless videos and occupies roughly all this land right here. But it's a pretty good subdivision because it was subdivided in such a fashion where it allowed for future growth, which is why if you zoom in really on any portion of this subdivision, you will find home sites and you will find power. You will find some utilities in those regions. This one is no exception. This one, of course, is a little rural. It's a little... you don't see a lot of people living out here. Here's one. Here's the nearest neighbor, about 1,500 feet north. So there is some privacy out here. Additionally, you see some agricultural, agricultural businesses, we'll say, in this region. Some home sites, but not a lot. So a good deal of privacy. But additionally, the benefit is that you've got, number one, drone overlay, corner lot with power at the lot line. Easily accessible here along Carlito Road. This one, a little less so. So Carlito's the better way to approach. But point is, road frontage along two ends of the property. Of course, with all these lots, Deming Ranchettes, it's a combination of two adjacent half-acre lots. I will not have a video up on this one tonight because I feel like I've talked about these things to death in the past. And additionally, all the property-specific notes should tell you everything you need to know about the region. Whatever the case, this one is also live tonight. Finally, guys, going live on the website. More lots in Socorro County this weekend. Not as many as usual, roughly about 5 lots, but 3 of those are going to be 3-acre lots. For the record, if you go through the inventory that we currently have in supply right here, a bunch of 1-acre lots. We've got 3 2-acre lots. Today we are adding 3 3-acre lots. And, of course, we've still got the 4 and the 10-acre lots sitting around. So a lot of adjacent acreage out there, which is normally very difficult to find unless you make a concerted effort to buy as much land out there as possible. Whatever the case, guys, the highlights this week include the 3 3-acre lots, so I just kind of want to address these. Here on the spreadsheet, we've got, first up, this one, SCNM 9249G, Unit 1, Block 62, lots 29, 30, and 31. This one is notable because it's about 800 feet from power. In fact, if we bring up the listing page, we have this handy graphic to demonstrate that to you. Whatever the case, this one sits just north of Campos Ave down here, and if we pull it up on a map, you'll see that this, of course, is just north of Highway 60, so it's in one of these developed regions where there are home sites out here, power extended throughout the region, easier to drive, easier to get power, etc. This one sits on, I think it's Romero Road, so you can't really see it on the map, but it's Romero out here, but just a little bit north of utility easement down here, servicing numerous home sites along Campos and home sites here along Sandoval. Anywho, by the way, guys, if we actually pull up the plat map and look at this one, you'll see this is one of the sort of anomalies in the plat where it's designed kind of funny because they were trying to accommodate for the arroyo that's out there. I don't know why that's out of focus, but anyway, so this is what it looks like. Whatever the case, 3 adjacent 1-acre lots. The next one I want to bring to your attention, also going live this week, guys, is down in Unit 5. This is SCNM 924900. This is Unit 5, Block 214, lots 20, 21, and 22. This one, a little further removed from power. If we pull this up, you can see it roughly about 3/5 of a mile west is where this other subdivision starts at. And this one, of course, there's power throughout the region, servicing numerous home sites. So not incredibly close for power, but the selling point here, of course, that it is so hard to find these adjacent lots like this, that these 3 1-acres are, you know, kind of special for that reason. More special, more important, however, is the final one that we have going live. This one, guys, the last one down here on the spreadsheet is 3 1/4 acres, and we actually have this one priced at $5,000. The other ones we have priced at $3,750. And normally I like to stick pretty reliably to those graduating price points. This one, however, is special for a bunch of reasons, and I actually made a video about this one. It's going to be up on the listing page tonight. Number one, this is Unit 15, Block 1010, lots 89 through 92, so 4 adjacent lots, the total 3 1/4 acres. Power is at the lot line. More specifically, however, when we bring this up on the map, you will see the property sits just south of Highway 60. You literally have legal access off of Highway 60. So if you decide to develop the lot the way, say, the neighbors have, you can carve out a little driveway for yourself like this. Whatever the case, 4 adjacent lots. This is the first one over here, which is a corner lot. A corner between Muniquito Road and this one. It's called Guadalupe on Google Maps. It's called something else on the plat map, I think Escobar. Whatever the case, 4 adjacent lots. Because it sits in this 1,000 block, the first one, the corner lot, is 1 acre itself. The other 3 are like 75% of an acre, 0.75. Whatever the case, this 3 1/4 acre property down here right off the highway, power here along the southern boundary of the property, as well as utility easement running along the northern ends of the property. So power is already available to you. As noted, this is, by the way, this is the outline of the property, and if I bring up the plat map, I'll also show you guys, this is exactly what that looks like out here. So right off the highway, this, by the way, adjacent lots in this subdivision are really hard to come by. Adjacent lots in the 1,000 blocks, which are the areas right down here by the highway, are even more difficult, or even, you know, more exceptional to actually stumble upon. So the fact that we've got them this week, the fact that we paid a little bit more than we normally do for these lots, means that the price is a scooch more than we would normally ask for those. But I do believe there's a great deal of additional value in these properties. Anyway, I have gone on way too long this weekend, people. I will let you review these on your own time. Nonetheless, thanks as always for watching. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth, people. We got a new holiday. Anyway, I will see you guys in next week's video. Thanks again for watching.